major winter storm struck the northeastern United States beginning on February 22nd, 2026, intensifying into blizzard conditions across New York City and New Jersey through February 23rd. The system developed as a powerful nor'easter and strengthened rapidly as it moved along the Atlantic coast. The blizzard affected nearly 40 million people across the Northeast as heavy snow and strong winds disrupted transportation, utilities, and daily life across multiple states. Nearly 600,000 of customers lost power as heavy snow and strong winds damaged electrical infrastructure, leaving over 1 million people without electricity for several hours. Blizzard warnings were issued across the region as sustained winds exceeded 35 miles per hour in some areas, and gusts approached 70 miles per hour in coastal locations. Heavy snowfall combined with strong winds reduced visibility. Snowfall rates reached between 1 and 3 inches per hour during the most intense periods of the storm, creating rapid accumulation and hazardous conditions across urban and suburban areas.
Dang.
The storm produced significant snowfall totals across the region. Observations recorded more than 20 inches of snow in Central Park during the storm, with higher totals in surrounding areas. Parts of Long Island measured over 30 inches, and several coastal communities approached or exceeded 3 feet of accumulation. Strong winds created drifting snow that blocked roadways and complicated snow removal operations. The combination of heavy snowfall, strong winds, and power outages left residents struggling with transportation and access to utilities. Blizzard warnings remained in effect across parts of the region through February 23rd, before gradually being lifted as conditions improved and cleanup operations began.
I'm gonna be late. Look at this.
In New York, emergency measures were implemented as conditions deteriorated. A state of emergency was declared, and non-essential travel was restricted to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. Major routes were cleared on a priority basis to maintain access for emergency responders and essential services. Public transportation systems reduced or suspended service during the height of the storm. Thousands of flights were canceled at John F. Kennedy International Airport and LaGuardia Airport as snow and wind disrupted operations. Municipal agencies deployed snow removal equipment throughout the city, focusing first on primary roadways and emergency roads. Schools and government offices were closed as the storm intensified. Officials advised residents to remain indoors during the most severe conditions and to avoid unnecessary travel until roads could be cleared. In New Jersey, statewide emergency measures were also implemented as the storm intensified. A state of emergency placed all counties under blizzard warnings as snowfall and wind created hazardous conditions across the state. Travel restrictions were imposed on major highways to allow snow removal crews and emergency responders to operate safely. Power outages affected over 100,000 customers across the state. Snowfall totals exceeded 18 inches in areas around Newark and surpassed 2 feet in parts of Monmouth County.
Yeah, Winter NYC. It's Coney Island right now. Yep, Surf Avenue down there.
Drifting snow blocked secondary roads and created hazardous driving conditions even after snowfall rates began to decrease. Transportation systems were heavily disrupted. Airlines canceled more than 8,000 flights nationwide, with hubs in New York City, New Jersey, Boston, and Philadelphia hardest hit. Some cancellations persisted into Monday as conditions deteriorated, leaving many passengers stranded and travel plans significantly disrupted. Rail and bus services operated on reduced schedules or were temporarily suspended during the height of the storm. Utility outages affected communities across the state, leaving tens of thousands of residents without power. Restoration efforts continued after the storm moved out of the region. The storm ranks among the most disruptive winter weather events in the region in recent years. Snowfall totals between 12 and 24 inches were recorded across large portions of both states, with isolated higher totals in coastal areas. High winds produced significant drifting, and snow accumulation placed sustained pressure on transportation and utility infrastructure. Municipal and state agencies coordinated large-scale snow removal and emergency response operations.
Gabi kapag snow. So thick.
Crews worked to reopen major roadways and restore public services as conditions improved. The storm brought widespread travel paralysis across major transportation networks in the region. Major highways, including large stretches of the Interstate 95 corridor, became effectively impassable at the height of the storm as heavy snow and whiteout conditions forced closures and brought commuter and freight traffic to a halt. Reports noted that travel remained extremely difficult or impossible along portions of I-95 from Sunday night into Monday, with state transportation agencies urging residents not to travel unless absolutely necessary due to dangerous road conditions and blowing snow. Blizzard conditions gradually subsided on February 24th as the storm moved away from the region. Cleanup operations continued as plows cleared remaining snow and crews addressed icy conditions on roads and sidewalks. Officials warned that lingering hazards remained, including falling snow from rooftops and refreezing on untreated surfaces. Transportation services resumed gradually as infrastructure was restored and safety inspections were completed. Recovery efforts continued across both states as residents and authorities worked to return to normal operations following the storm. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe.